Hello and welcome to another review. So I have tried these out. In the previous video I just purchased these Alpinestars SP racing boots to be used for karting, and as I mentioned I was going to try them out and then let you know what they're like. They are really comfortable, as I mentioned. That's the main thing and the main reason why I bought them. The suede is so supportive, and as I mentioned, my feet sweat quite a lot, and this is a really breathable material, so that's really good. They are a little bit heavier than I thought they might be. They're obviously very light, to wear, and when you're karting, they're comfortable and they don't feel heavy. But I've got the scales here, so I'm just going to pop them on the scales and tell you what they weigh in grams. They weigh at 814 grams, which sounds like quite a bit, and it is. But how do we compare it with something else that you might know? So that's a pair of Reebok Classics. What do they weigh? That's what I used to wear when I was go-karting. They weigh 800 grams. So these karting boots are slightly heavier than Reebok Classics. So bear that in mind. There may be lighter kart shoes on the market if that is what you're really going for. But like I said, just over 800 grams. No biggie, but weight is quite a big feature of go-karting and motorsport generally, so I thought I'd let you know what it was. Any other thing else to report? They're great in use. You can see a bit of footage now as I'm going around the track. The thin sole is absolutely ideal for feeling everything on the throttle and the brake, and that's probably one of the main reasons for having kart specific boots, is this really thin profile sole in the pedal area. The other thing which I didn't know about till I bought them is how good it is to roll on the heel. So obviously that is in contact with the lowest part of the car, basically an aluminium pan, and that rubber piece there, which is quite thick with a really high piece there, is really nice to sort of roll your heel when you're modulating the pedals. So that's also really good, and another reason why you should get kart specific boots for karting rather than just Reebok Classics, which are fine as well, what I used to wear. The price, yeah, they're expensive. As I mentioned in the thumbnail, $180. As I mentioned in the previous video, I gave you the price, I forget what it is now, about 125, 130. So they're quite expensive. There are other ones that are cheaper, but obviously you're buying, as well as the quality, and these are all in suede, you're buying the name as well, Alpinestars, which just makes you feel good, let's be honest. OMP, Sparco, Alpinestars, they're well-known brands, and when you're doing a hobby like motorsport, it's nice to look the part, feel the part, and have something that you can be proud of. So that's why you do pay a bit more for those three brands in particular. Yeah, I got matching gloves, black and white, and you can see them in the camera. These are, talking of weight, these are super light. Let's just put these on the scale, see what they are in grams. For a pair of Alpinestars karting gloves, 80 grams, so super light. More importantly, the grip inside is almost sticky, a bit like a goalkeeper's glove. Really nice and really stretchy. My hands are sort of medium size, these are a large, and you can see how nice they are. Again, it's nice to have a matching colours as well as brand, although it's not essential. But again, it all adds to the feeling, it makes you feel good. Am I quicker using these boots? Now there's a question. Do they save you 2/10? Well, no. My fastest time at the local track is a 27.7, and that's what I'm still doing, 27.7. So they won't make you slower, even though they're marginally heavier by a few grams. That's a joke, obviously. But the biggest difference, and this is absolutely true, not necessarily going fast around the track, but you feel safer. So because you've got all this ankle support, you've got a lot of lacing all the way up to the top, and you know they're really robust, particularly in the toe and heel area. You feel safer. You feel a bit like when you're cycling and you're wearing a helmet. You feel, you know, more. If you feel safer on the roads, and that translates into perhaps you corner a bit faster, and you just feel less anxiety when you're cycling. And it's the same with karting. When you've got the gear, kart-specific boots, for example, you feel safer, so you feel more inclined to go for an overtake. You know, if there's a gap, you'll go for it, and that is definitely different having all the clothes. It all adds up, obviously, having your own helmet, gloves, and shoes and overalls. They all definitely add to you feeling not just more the part, car-specific clothing, but safer, and then more inclined to go for an overtake or just commit a bit more to the corner entry and things like that. So it doesn't make you faster, but maybe racecraft, it helps you to have one less thing to think about. You know, wearing shoes which haven't got any ankle support, as opposed to those that have, and you just feel a lot safer. So I think I've made that point enough now. You feel safer. There we go. So that's got it out there. In review, to summarise, are they worth buying? Do I regret it? I don't regret them at all. Buying them, they're fantastic. I like the fact that they're Italian as well, a bit of flair. They look great, they're comfortable, and as I mentioned, they make me feel safer and therefore perhaps better at racecraft, which was an area which I had to improve on. I'm good on a single lap, but maybe racing others, there's a lot to learn, and having all the clothes has definitely made me feel more prepared to race. I hope that's helpful. Quite a long-winded review, but as well as the boots, we've covered the gloves, and just the general fact of having all the clothes makes you feel better as to enjoy your hobby.